I'm Jonathan Crowder.
I'm Maciel Mendez.
I'm Tyler Reeves.
I'm Yared Alexis.
I'm Travis Archie.
I'm Daniel Donis.
I'm Edgar Sanchez.
And we are the Academy Charter's CTE Robotics Program. We're all seniors, and this year we built for the symposium a VEX VRC over-under game. Behind us is our entire field that we built ourselves. We also built the robots by ourselves, handmade, each one, through all struggles, through all trials and tribulations, and we made it work out, and it worked out perfectly. So if you guys stay tuned, you guys can see a lot of our robots in action. Another project that we wanted to highlight that you guys might see around is this metallic thing in an object. It's our Fido dog. It's a robotic dog, and we have Yared responsible for it, and he's the one that makes it walk, makes it move around. You'll see him around giving people love, hearts, jumping, waving, and all the other sorts. So if you guys just stay tuned, you guys will see.
Yeah, we put in a lot of work in this robot dog, and and we teamed up with Living Environment, actually. I know they don't get a lot of recognition, but we teamed up with Living Environment, and they also have their little presentation on the dog, and yeah.
All right, thank you.
This is our robot dog, the Unitree Go2. We've been working on it for a couple months. A lot of mini codes. We also collaborated with Living Environment. You know, it does a lot of things. It's very interactive with people. He's a part of Living Environment, so I'm going to let him speak on it a little bit.
With this dog, this AI dog named Go2, we actually combined two traits of two different dogs, the Golden Retriever and a Labrador. Using the two traits we coded into this dog, it has actually made a very sizable impact on its performance. You see, this dog is extremely playful and very charismatic. I'd say this because it likes to do a lot of tricks. It moves around a lot, and it can operate in very complex terrains.
Can I get a shake, please? That's a good boy. All right, but can he dance? Oh, yeah. Okay. I think he dances better than some of y'all. Me personally. Now. After getting jiggy, can he roll over? Is everyone wondering if he can roll over?
I don't know.
Can he?
Can he roll over? Let's see. Oh, he can.
Oh, yes, he can.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Can he show the camera some love?
Oh, let's see if he can show some love.
I think he should show you some love.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that.
I think he loves you guys.
So these are our VEX robot remote controllers. So this is me and Travis's, which controls our robot called the Striker. So the Striker is this very big robot that has a windmill kind of thing in the front, and it helps scoop up these tri-ball acorn balls that are the whole point of our game, and you're supposed to score them in each net. So that's the technique. It scoops them up, brings them back to the front, and you run around with it. And then this remote is for Tyler. Tyler is in charge of the gripper. So the gripper is a robot that opens and closes its claw so that it can grab onto tri-balls and also score. It usually scores under, and the Striker scores above. So one is worth 2 points and one is worth 5. So that's the whole point of the game, using these controllers and these tri-ball acorn-shaped stuff. This is the overview of the game that we set up. It's called VEX VCR Over Under. So right now you can see Jonathan Crowder. He's in charge of the Striker. The Striker is the robot that sweeps up the tri-ball and puts it right into the net, scoring 5 points over. On that side, Yared Alexis, he's gripping the tri-ball. The tri-ball usually is in charge of putting the ball under the net, still scoring the 5 points. On that side, Tyler Reeves is also in charge of the gripper, trying to put it above or under. His controller is a lot more better with going up and down. And this is basically the overview of the game, and whoever scores the most points, because there's usually 60 balls in the field, wins the game. So yeah, right now we have Tyler over there executing, and 5 points to him.
This is our AI dog presentation. See, our AI dog presentation is about the selective breeding traits between a Labrador and a Golden Retriever. You see, our AI dog is programmed to have these special traits that these two dogs have. And not only that, selective breeding is an artificial process in which animals and humans are genetically bred to grow different traits. This can take over to about over 100 years, depending on if you get unlucky or not. You see, our AI dog is vastly equipped with a security system, a 3D mapping, and artificial charging system. Not only that, it is coded with Python script and can be programmed to do lots more tricks. And it comes as well as special attachments. Special attachments such as the claw, as we see here. It can pick up vast amounts of items and can hold up to 20 pounds. And our dog is around 37 pounds-ish, give or take. And not only that, it has a custom carrying case that you could customize to your liking. And not only that, our dog comes with lots more models. The dog we have right now is a GO2 model by Unitree. I'd say this model is very diverse as it can cover complex lands, still has a very advanced security system, and in real mapping time.
Personally, I think this dog will be a part of the future. AI dogs can replace regular dogs, seeing there are many benefits, seeing you don't have to pay or clean up after them. These dogs can help with visually impaired people, say if you're blind, and you want to go for a walk. Instead of having a support dog, you can have an AI dog, which has a mapping sensor, shown right here, so it can walk around the place. Also, AI dogs can help with physical activities. Say if you're in the living room and you want to get your remote across the room, you can tell your AI dog to go and get the remote and bring it to you.
In conclusion, I say this dog is the epidemic of the future. This dog will revolutionize the world as we know it.
Thank you.
For our thing, we did how we could use AI to prevent the next bridge collapse. And right here you can see like how this bridge was created by using AI. And right here it says the right trust, and it basically tells you how like you need to fix it. So for example, the bridge deck, the urgency is really good, so like nothing needs to be checked and nothing is wrong. And the last maintenance date on the bridge was in 2020, so it needs to be updated ASAP. And then the guardrail for the safety, it needs to be checked, but like it's not urgent, but it needs to be checked.
So, and then over here we have 3 bridges of how a typical bridge would be used now. And so compared to the AI one used with the sensors, these bridges, you cannot tell the parts whether if they're weak or not, so it would be more likely for a bridge collapse to happen. And so using the AI one, we will be able to prevent the bridge collapse through the sensors, and it'll let workers know that something needs to be changed, and we can stop cars from actually passing through the bridge and saving lives through the process.
Hello, so my name is Embrace, and I was the manager on this project. This is Malachi Brown. He's the engineer of this project, and unfortunately, Madeline Clark is not here to present. She was the manager assistant of this project. So it has been a few years since AI have been impacting our lives in different ways, and so her project was to use AI to avoid flooding in the future. So what is AI, you must be wondering. So AI is a computer, is a science computer branch that uses human reasoning to give some data to people. And so it works in a certain way that it can make prediction and other stuff and give some information. So AMA is a system that is both technical and mechanical. The way that AMA work or system is the fact that we are using the two drains that are in the street. We are using them, we are modifying them to make sure that there is water entering inside the drains. We are modifying the road to make it at a certain degree, like 7 to 9 degrees, to make sure that water can more easily enter inside the drain. And it is like to the people responsible to take care of these drains or the municipal corporation. So they have a computer that uses AI to manage the water level by using a water level monitor. And this is technically how the technical part of AMA works. We're using the catch basin and the storm sewer to make sure that the water goes inside the canal. And we want to pump the water to the nearest waterway to not keep it like in the only place and like let the water get to a level where it will not function, the system will not function. So this is how it works. Those two parts here, they are the municipal drain, and those are the house drains that we're going to install in front of the house. These are the water monitor that manage the water level. And here, those are the municipal drain and the house drains. So AMA also have a technical part, as we talk about. So the technical part of AMA uses this device, the AMA house device. So the AMA house device works like Alexa. It can do some function like turn off the light, open the light, and other stuff. But its main function is that it works for flooding. So it can tell us when the water level is, it can be a danger for the house, and it will evacuate the homeowner. So we have a website that we created in case of emergency. So this is the emergency. This is the website that we created, the AMA website. So our slogan is Engineered Solution for a Flood-Free Future. We have the services that we offer there. So we have a service where it's refuge. So if you have a flood going on around you and you want to go to a safer place, you press here, you just put your zip code and it will get you to the safest place around. And we also have the map. So the map allows you to navigate while there's a flood going on. You go to, it allows you to go to a flood area where there's traffic and also closed road. There is the safe home option where if there's something that happened in your house, you can just click on it and it will just tell you what to do depending on the situation. We also have the EMS services that if you want to alert the authority, you just press here. And we also have the repair. The repair help people after the flooding. When there's damages, it helps you to repair your house and whatever. It can also contact your insurance to make a file for you to give your insurance. And also there's the agent that will assist you if you need anything. And so we're going to show you the simulation that engineer Malachi made. So as we talked before, those cubes, the blue cube that are going down, they represent the rain, and there is the street, and there's the two municipal drain. So the water is going to go in the canal, where the thin little thing in the middle is the water level monitor that controls the water level inside the drain. And it will be pumped to the nearest waterway.
Hello, my name is Yaron Jara, 11th grade, and I'm at the Science Symposium at the Uniondale Academy Charter High School. And I'm here with
Naquan Daniels. I'm also in 11th grade.
Also with
Adrian Ospina, also in 11th grade.
And this is a mixture between the cybersecurity projects and the drone technology. And throughout these months where we've been working on the Science Symposium, we've been trying to focus on bringing out exactly what the class has been for us. And that is a lot of on-site work, flying the drones, taking pictures, aerial surveys of the school, and just trying to get that hands-on experience for the 11th graders so we can go straight into the workforce. Because me and my friend Naquan here, we're already licensed drone pilots. And so on top of that, along with the drone light show that we will show in a second, we decided to take apart the drones just to show you a little more in depth about the drones. So I'll let Naquan take over here for that.
So we have here 2 different drones. One drone here we built ourselves, and then the other one here that we took apart to showcase the anatomy, the different parts. You see here the heat sink, the speed controller in the back here, which basically distributes the heat from the motors and put it outwards. And we have here the drone we built. It's the same thing. We got the speed control, 4 speed controllers here for each motor, and then the frame right here, lightweight carbon fiber frame. Then these 2 right here, the DJI drones, were the school bought the whole thing. These are used for the industry. This is the DJI Mavic 2 Enterprise Advanced. This is basically used for search and rescue, real estate, photography, and anything. I have the speaker mounted here. You can use the speaker for search and rescue to find someone. You play a sound through the speaker, and they can hear it and locate, and you can locate them.
And back to me. So we do have to link drone technology and cybersecurity. And the way we did that, we're explaining the importance of keeping our drones safe. And for that, Adrian is best for that.
So I am a part of the cybersecurity class here in the Academy Charter School. And the way that we decided to explain this drone safety using throughout cybersecurity would be through a cyber threat map. The way that the cyber threat map here works is if you look at all these dots here, those are people getting hacked in real time. Right now, as I'm speaking to you all, these are people that are getting hacked. The way that this program works is that it creates almost like a virtual regional shield around different countries throughout the world. This program creates this like second false computer that a hacker will hack instead of a real computer. The way that these computers work is that they're like mouse traps for a hacker. So when a hacker gets access to these computers, they will essentially be giving their data to this program in order for the program itself to collect it and create a list. This list collects things like the type of computers, the location of said attack, where the attack was sent from, the software used for the attack, and what type of attack it was. This information later gets put on lists like this, and essentially big companies will use this and monitor it 24/7 to see which cybersecurity attacks are the most prominent up to date. As you can see here, on-access scan attacks, which are attacks that if I were to send you a link and you click it, I get an access of all your files and create a copy for myself. These attacks, as you can imagine, are really dangerous for big organizations. So this is a way to keep ahead of the hackers since they're always evolving new ways to breach systems. And then back to drone technology, I think it's best for me to give it to my friend over Yaron because he would explain this better.
So the way this links to drone technology, due to the components of a drone, they have to limit themselves because if drones were just let to freely run, most of these and some of these will explode because without limiters. The limiters are placed within the drones to keep it from that happening. But now let's say somebody hacks into the drone, disables the limiters. This drone is now an aerial weapon that people have been used in the past to drive into live planes that are flying and buildings and just into large crowds of people. And so each drone now has a system exactly like this, constantly monitoring and protecting itself against hackers trying to hack into the drone. In fact, there is a new system that they're implementing today called Remote ID, where it is a little chip placed in every drone that lets every airplane and airlines in the area know where that drone is, its altitude, how fast it's going, and if it's within their airspace or not. And they're also starting to implement where they're going to change the colors of drones based on drones that are in command by the original pilot or drones that have either lost link connection or have been hacked into by other people.
This is the STEM mathematics part of our science symposium. The goal of this exhibit was to explore a human's connection to AI and examine how that might change 100 years from now. This is our prototypical city of what New York might look like 100 years from now, in fact. In the year 2124, we have made many different changes to artificial intelligence and humans around us. First of all, you might notice how there is only one. You might notice the weird layout of this whole city. This is not by design. You see, to make this city, we asked an artificial intelligence model, ChatGPT, what it thought New York City would look like 100 years from now. And this is largely what it came up with. It came up with walkable spaces of nothing that we had to fill up. So we made some creative differences, I'll say. First of all, we have vegetation on all of these buildings because New York is one of the major places that does damage to the environment. This is also how we have able to put vegetation on all across places where there would just be concrete sidewalks. We have made the city a more walkable place. We also have self-driving cars, mostly. The thing with self-driving cars is that people, of course, still want to have their own type of car, so we can't just force this on everyone. So what we have decided to do, conceptually, we have placed a chip in every car that allows it to drive by itself only in a city. So every car is basically a hybrid. But this is not our main focus, because while there are lots of changes we can make to artificial intelligence, for example, as you can see here, you might notice that every human on this model has a robot next to them. This is also by design. We have decided that, hey, we might as well use artificial intelligence to its maximum potential, right? So this robot will do pretty much anything you ask it to do. How one of the dangers of artificial intelligence that no one talks about is how it may damage our ability to think for ourselves and our ability to do things for ourselves. Because of that, we have decided that any robot should grow with you as a person, and you should tell it what to do, not the other way around. Now, this is not the main part of our project, however. If you'll go over here, you'll see the second part of our project. In 2010, Mattel developed a toy called MindFlex. This toy will quite literally read your own brainwaves through the use of EEG technology. How this toy works, basically, we have this ball and this obstacle course. The goal of the game is to use this headset to control the fan under the ball with your mind to get it through this obstacle course. It's a really neat concept, and honestly, I'm surprised it even works. You still need to turn the fan left to right using this knob. However, what's really interesting is how exactly it's able to do this process.
This also right here is a little more advanced. So it kind of does the same thing as to this, where it connects almost to the brain and how you think. This actually can help collect brain details, brain waves, and help understand where the person's mindset is actually. This is basically shows a normal person's brain pattern. So the green would show normal brain waves fluctuating. As for the blue, it shows somebody's attention span. As you can see here, the attention span is pretty high right here, and it shows a spike. And then right here, it shows that it was really low in this time period. And then this one is more detailed of a graph of it. So it was, as we go on, we use AI to collect brain data and to help understand more, especially in terms of how to understand a person with a learning disability and how well their brain is functioning throughout their life.
Through this graph and the work of our colleague here, we were able to determine that MindFlex does, in fact, read brainwaves, which is pretty shocking, especially since this technology was only developed in 2010. Through the use of the concepts I explored in this city and the concepts that she explored here, we can assume that 100 years from now, the world will look very different, especially with the technology we've already developed. Thank you.
Welcome to Quantumberg City. This project was made by the chemistry community to showcase the 5th Industrial Revolution.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with our urban community, where we have apartments made to minimize space, so that we have more space for like greenery, trees, and community. We also have a train track that leads to the apartments for better transportation, and we have robots that help to assist people in their daily lives.
Over here we have the city part of Quantenberg, where we have the work where the people work, and we also have this thing that monitors the weather, so it helps the greenhouse over here. We also have, as my peer said, we have robots such as a security guard and a robot helping the elderly cross the street. And back to the greenhouse, we also have the plants displayed over here.
After the in-person model, we also did a 3D model that I designed as well. It's using a 3D software named Blender, and just texturing and importing objects and just setting up the city, stuff like that. We were able to really bring it together. The city depicts very successful agriculture, which is done and taken care of by drones. The watering drone, or the one in charge of watering the plants, the little robotic farmers can carry up to 6 gallons of water. Some of the drones, which plant the actual seeds, fly about 20 meters in the air, and with that drop rate, the chance of success is very high. So in the city, agriculture is very successful. As well as the bots, they're depicted in here as well as being very helpful in the sense of entrepreneurship or just everyday life assistance that we may need. For example, they excel in the educational district as well as the medical district as well. And that's everything that's depicted. And then we also have the security drones, which have thermal imaging. They can detect movement, stuff like that. They can see upcoming accidents as well. And they're able to identify people based on their background or any records they may have. And then that's it.
Some examples of allergens are milk, eggs, fish, shellfish, peanuts, wheat, and soybeans. For example, me, I'm allergic to tomatoes, and I'm also allergic to shellfish. What are allergens?
So allergens are basically substances that can cause an allergic reaction. Allergic reaction is caused by the overreaction of the immune system by a foreign substance that normally can be harmless to the human body. So why is it important? One of the reasons why it's important is that severe allergic reaction can cause more diseases that can lead to death, like the anaphylactic shock. And also, allergy cannot be cured. So it is our job to invent some tools to help lower the case of severe allergic reaction.
Now, the way we implemented to save this is with AI, we created an app that scans your food and it lets you know if there's any harmful and dangerous allergens present in your food. So now, like I stated previously that I'm allergic to tomatoes, in this plate of salad, we have tomatoes, lettuce, carrots, cheese, things of that nature. In the app, once I take a picture, it's immediately gonna let me know what allergens are present in that in this salad. So we put in the list of the database that I'm allergic to tomatoes, and for you guys in the app, you can customize it to your own allergies. For example, peanuts, soybeans, anything of that nature. So to demonstrate this, I'm gonna take a picture of it, and then it's gonna say it out loud.
Scanning for allergens. This process has now been completed, and allergy previously listed as harmful has been detected. Do not eat until proper steps have been taken.
Yep. Y'all heard it here first. And we're trying to release this to the public later on, once we expand the database and things of that nature.
So another reason why this tool is an important tool is because some people doesn't know what they're allergic to. So with the app, if you see like a consistent, like, let's say for example, you see like a consistent pattern with a type of food, then you can say that since I see a consistent pattern of this food on the app, then I may be allergic to it. So that can be another tool.